it's Griffin and welcome back to my channel. For today's video, I'm going to be doing a storytime video and it's going to be a travel storytime. So I have 3 different stories that I'm going to tell you about different travel experiences that I've had over the past 18 years. But before I get into the video, I have something very special to tell you guys about. So a few weeks back, I auditioned to be in Royal Crush and I actually booked the role. So I'm going to be in season 3 of Royal Crush. Yes, they are coming back for season 3 and it's gonna be awesome. So my name is Isla and I'm kind of the practical one, but I am also looking for a little bit of love on the ship. We're going to be sailing with Royal Caribbean on the Oasis of the Seas, and I'm so stoked for that because I have never been on a cruise, and like, what? My first time being on a cruise, I booked my first role. Like, this is gonna be an awesome experience. Make sure you're following Awesomeness TV's Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram to be updated on everything Royal Crush, including some behind-the-scenes sneak peeks. Season 3 premieres in June, and I'm going to be starring alongside Meg DeAngelis, Alex Iono, Rebecca Black, Jonah Green, and Josh Levi. Wow, that is a mouthful. There are a lot of us, and I'm so excited. But before you watch season 3, you have to make sure you watch season 1 and 2 so you know what the heck is happening, and if you've already watched it, you can rewatch it. So make sure to go check those out as well. Also, we filmed a special reunion episode including Mikey Murphy and Carrie Rad, so make sure to go check that out as well. So now let's get into the story times. I have 3 super fun, weird, interesting stories to talk about today, and the first one involves me when I was very little. I was about 6 years old and I was at the airport with my parents and a few of their friends because we were all going to Cabo, and that was like my first time traveling out of the country. I was super excited and I was sitting on my dad's lap. He was talking to his friends like over here like, hey, what's up? Like, this is gonna be so much fun. And I was sitting on his lap and he like brought his elbow, he was gonna bring it around me and like have his hand resting on my other shoulder, and he accidentally elbowed me in the face. And I was like, what the heck, Dad? You just hit me in the face. I tapped on him and I was like, Dad, I have a secret, come here. And I made him get really close to me and I was like, boom! And I slapped him across the face and I feel so bad about that. And he was like, what? I embarrassed him in front of all of his friends and like everyone was kind of laughing, and I feel kind of bad about it now. But totally, like, looking back at that situation, it was funny because I thought he hit me on purpose and I was like, don't hit me, I'm gonna hit you right back. Number 2 happened when I was coming back from StreamCon. I got extremely sick at StreamCon and I felt really bad because I had to skip the meet and greet in the panel the 3rd day. Although when it was time for me to go home, I was not feeling too hot. So I tried to get to the airport early, but JetBlue only allows you to go 1 flight earlier. So I was sick, so I was hoping that they would be like, yeah, it's okay, like, let's try to get you on this flight. So we finally got through security and we tried to talk to them to get on standby for the flight earlier, and they said no. So then we tried the next flight and they said no. And we tried one more flight and they said no. And I was like, okay, so like I'm obviously not gonna get on standby. So I had to get on my regular flight that I was already supposed to be on, which is fine because like, yeah, that's the flight that I was supposed to be on. I don't expect any like special things because I was sick, but I also did not want to be in an airport or near anyone because I was like gonna throw up. So I get on the flight and I fall asleep and I wake up and I'm like, oh my gosh, I am not feeling well and I'm going to throw up everywhere. And it was during turbulence, so they had like the seatbelt sign on and I was like, I need to get up, and the person next to me like allowed me to get up. The flight attendant yelled at me and she was like, ma'am, you need to sit back down. And I was like, no. And I ran to the bathroom and I slammed the door because she like followed me to the bathroom like she was gonna get me to like drag me into my seat or something. And she followed me to the bathroom, I slammed the door in her face and I was like, and I was throwing up everywhere in that bathroom. And I felt so sick. And this happened twice on that same flight. I had to get up multiple times to go to the bathroom. And each time, of course, it was when the seatbelt sign was on. So the flight attendant did not like me that flight. So Mikey picked me up from the airport and he sprayed me with Lysol because he thought that would eliminate all my germs and he wouldn't get sick by doing it. But he got sick, so. Okay, the last and final story is embarrassing, so I don't know why I'm telling you guys. I went to Mikey's house for Thanksgiving, so I was in New Jersey, and this is kind of my first time actually meeting and spending time with his family. Everything was going good. I think this was on the actual night of Thanksgiving. We went down to the basement to like we were watching Chuck at the time, which is like one of our favorite shows to watch together. And we were sitting on the couch and I fell asleep watching Chuck. I was, I guess, talking to Mikey and I just kept saying, it's really hot in here, it's really hot in here, I feel really gross, it's like too hot, I'm sweating. And at one point I even asked Mikey to take off my socks because I was like, it's so hot, can you take off my socks? And he was like, I guess. And he took off my socks and set them on the counter. And I also, for some reason, felt blue. I literally felt blue. Like my skin felt blue. And I was laying there and I was like, Mikey, I'm blue. And he was like, what are you talking about? I was like, I'm blue, like my skin, it's blue, I feel it turning blue. And he was like, I don't know what you're saying or like what you're doing. I should have given him a fair warning saying that I do have night terrors occasionally, so I talk in my sleep and I don't remember it when I wake up, but I'll wake up about 5-10 minutes later and sometimes I'll even scream. So he was a little confused, but to this day he still makes fun of me. My grandparents make fun of me and my mom and dad make fun of me. Everyone makes fun of me, including his parents, so that's always super fun. Alright you guys, that is it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed my travel stories. If you want more story times like this, make sure to give it a big thumbs up and leave a comment down below. Also, make sure to check out all the Royal Crush stuff that I talked about earlier. All of it will be in my description, and hopefully I will see you guys later. Bye!